Hey, welcome back. Mike Burris here, spiritmusicmeetups.org. You know, I have the drum practice page, which is practicing by the Holy Spirit. But there's a lot of musicians that come out here to this website, and there will be a lot more because I'm going to be working with a lot of churches. So there's a page here called Spirit Perform. And this is important. It's not just a spirit practice page, because we want to perform like we've practiced. Okay, so if you are practicing in your might and power, strength, your own abilities, that's what's going to come out in the performance. Because you're going to be under pressure, under light, whatever it is, and you're just going to naturally knee-jerk reaction. You're going to be in the flesh. And too much music is in the flesh. And I understand the world is all the flesh. And I've been in a lot of secular bands. And I know that very well. I know how they operate. But I've also been in 15 or so church bands and worship bands, teams. And in many cases, I'd say 90% of the time, they're in the flesh too. They're doing it in the flesh for God. Well, that's old covenant. Working for God, trying to please God. Our duty, our obligation. We want to honor God, so we come to God with our own abilities, our own might and power. Zechariah 4:6. And God says, I'm not interested in that. I want the Holy Spirit to guide and lead you. I want you to surrender to the Holy Spirit. That's performing by my Spirit. But you can't perform by my Spirit if you've never really practiced by my Spirit. No, I shouldn't say that. God can do anything. When His cloud comes down, when His presence comes, He'd take people that don't know anything about the Spirit of God and use them. But I believe He wants us to learn how to walk by the Spirit. Walk, what's the other thing Paul says? Keep in step with the Spirit. Listen to the Spirit. Keep in step. That means, so close to the commander, you take a left when he takes a left. You see his foot change and you change your foot. And so you're living by the Spirit. We were born by the Spirit, if we're born again by the Holy Spirit. We're learning how to walk or live by the Spirit and keeping in step with the Spirit. So that's what performing by the Spirit is. But you can't perform by the Spirit unless you practiced by the Spirit. So I have a page on performing by the Spirit and practicing by the Spirit, and some checklists that I created because I played in a lot of groups, and I created them for myself, make sure I was walking by the Spirit. And then I wouldn't forget certain things. Also, this is there for musicians that are learning how to do this. If you have something you want to add to that checklist, put it in the comments below. And I hope to put much more on this page in the future about performing by the Spirit. But I'm just barely keeping up with the website as it is. God bless. Bye.